So here's a couple things that I wish I knew before I owned a classic car. The first thing is find one or two websites, I'd say at least two, where you can find the spare parts for your specific vehicle. There are many sites out there. Some of them are abroad, wherever you're living. It can either be obviously in the States or the UK, somewhere in Europe, but definitely find a website that has the parts you need because it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time before something goes wrong and you're going to want to fix that. You're going to find that replacement piece. So whichever car you decide to buy, make sure to find a site first that has the parts for the vehicle. Make sure that they are not crazy expensive and over your budget. Second thing is you're going to have to learn to be a bit of a mechanic. You're going to have to get your hands dirty, learn how your car engine works, the common problems with your car, and how to fix them yourself. Obviously, the big jobs, you take it to a professional. Sometimes it's not so easy to find people that work on old classic cars and vehicles, but there are going to be little projects, little things that you can do yourself, and you're going to have to, get comfortable learning that it was a new experience for me. So I'm, a bit of a car guy, but I never worked on an engine. And yeah, I definitely had to learn how to fix a lot of things in my engine. So you're going to have to be a bit of a mechanic. So enjoy it. The third thing is whatever budget you think you're going to be spending on this car, just realize that it's going to be more expensive. Things always go wrong. Classic cars, have a reputation for their maintenance, and it does hold true. Things get rusty, things get loose and fall off, things break apart, things just randomly stop working. And so that's, an issue, and that's going to happen eventually. So just realize that whatever budget you have in mind, you're going to have to spend more on parts and maintenance and things like that. Fourth is find a good mechanic that you trust. Not many people specialize in working in classic cars. Some of the older engines and things are actually easier to work on because there's less wires and it's less complicated. But find one that you trust. I know that the industry is a bit difficult, has a bad reputation for people who kind of taking advantage of people not really understanding much about their vehicles, or even a simple oil change can seem like a big deal for most people. So find a trustworthy garage and mechanic and make sure that they're able to take care of your specific car. When doing repairs on these vehicles, sometimes it takes time. Not so much the installation or changing the piece, but sometimes it just takes 3 weeks or so for a part to arrive overseas. Even with express shipping, sometimes they have to order it from another supplier and things like that. So, if it's your daily driver, that's going to be quite difficult. So just realize that sometimes your car is just going to be sitting in a garage for 2 weeks waiting for a part to arrive, and then that might take a couple days. So there's going to be moments where you're just sitting and waiting for your car to get fixed. And yeah, not much you can do in that situation. It's kind of out of your hands, but just learn to be patient. Another thing I'd recommend is raising the car and looking underneath the chassis. Make sure that there are no signs of rust and major wear and tear because this can be a very expensive fix. A lot of mechanics and garages will do a full checkup for you, so they'll check the brakes, the chassis, make sure everything is okay and ready to go. And these are old cars that have been sitting out for years and years under the rain, or if you're in an area with high humidity. So rust is a common issue, but if it's in the chassis or somewhere important, that can be a very expensive fix. And lastly, enjoy the process. Owning an old car is just so fun. It's such a unique experience and they're so charming. Obviously, that's why we're attracted to the idea of owning these vehicles and why they give us so much joy. It's definitely a beautiful hobby, and just think of it like that. It is a hobby, it is a sort of project car. So enjoy the process, enjoy the things that go wrong because they will. Take it as a learning experience, take it as a fun experience, work on building your dream car, and realize that it takes patience, that things can and will go wrong, but that's part of the fun. So you might as well enjoy it. You are building your dream car at the end of the day. You don't have to fix it all in one shot. You can slowly upgrade things as you go. So enjoy that process. So those are the things that I wish I knew before I owned a classic car. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like. Let me know in the comments some of the things that you've learned or that you experienced that I haven't covered. I'd love to hear your opinion. And make sure to follow the Van Gogh Show. Thanks for tuning in.